Hey everybody, today we're going to be doing a follow-up video on the Yildiz TK-36 shotgun that I bought at Academy Sports last year. Pretty cheap shotgun, had a chance to use it a few times, shoot it a bunch. I really like this gun. It does have a couple cons to it that I'm going to share with you later on, and it's got a lot of pros that I really like about it. The last video was basically just an unboxing video. Kind of gave you the rundown of how the gun, felt, how it folded up, and the finish on it, and the barrel length. It's got a really long barrel, which I really like. A little bit longer than your standard 410 shotgun. And today we're going to be shooting Federal Premium No. 6 shotgun shells out of this 410 gauge. So far, so good. I took it squirrel hunting, killed one with it, did pretty well. So the main point of today's video is we're going to pattern it out. I did my patterning at 10, 20, and 30 yards. Turned out about like you would think, but I'm going to show you this stuff real quick. And hope you guys enjoy the video. And if you do, subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and hit the notification bell. I'm going to do an actual hunt with this gun. Here's the information on this gun, if it'll pull it up there. Made just for Academy Sports. So guys, hope you enjoy the shooting part of it, and I'm gonna come back here as soon as the video's done with the patterning part, and we're gonna go over the patterns and a few more pros and cons of the gun that I'm starting to find out more as I shoot it. Y'all enjoy. This is from 10 yards. This is 20 yards. Right. This is 30 yards. Alright, so you all got to see the video of actually setting up shooting the targets. I'm going to give you kind of a close-up look at what actually happened with the targets and the pattern that it actually produced. But this right here, this was at 10 yards with the No. 6 Federal Premium shotgun shells. As you can tell, I did shoot a little bit to the right. Sorry, I guess from your view, it'd be to the left. But and you see at 10 yards, it has a pretty tight pattern, as you would expect from a shotgun at that close a range. I like it so far, but like I said, what accuracy isn't when you're patterning a shotgun, just for general purposes, it's really not that important. But as you can see, it had a really good tight pattern at 10 yards. And the next one here, this is at 20 yards. Make sure I get it oriented the way that I was shooting at the target. As you see, at 20 yards, it also did very well. Kind of shot to the right or to the left, depending on the viewpoint here. But it has a good pattern at 20 yards also. I figured with a longer barrel that it would be a little bit tighter than this, but still, so far so good. Like I said, these are with No. 6 shot. So with 7.5, 8 shot, you're gonna get a few more pellets on the board. And with 4 shots, you're gonna get less. And this right here, this was kind of disappointing. This was 30 yards with the Federal Premium No. 6, and you see not very many, maybe 15 pellets hit the actual target. The rest were scattered out all across the board in all other directions. But it is what you would expect from a 410 shotgun shooting a No. 6 shot with a full. It just has a basic full choke. Nothing special going on with choke. It is a fixed choke in this gun, so you can't take chokes out, put other chokes in, which would be something that on a more expensive shotgun, especially a 410, because they can get pretty pricey, it would definitely be something I would look for Let's say if I was going to do any turkey hunting or dove hunting with a 410 shotgun, I would definitely look into getting some different gun that you could actually change the choke out in and get a real good pattern with. But for basic shooting and squirrel hunting, I think this one's going to do just fine. Back with the gun again. Everything on it so far, I really like the gun. It's still very solid. I've probably put close to 50 shells through this gun. The only thing that I've noticed as far as the gun itself is the safety on it starting to get a little loose and rattle a little bit. The mechanism in it still feels really tight, as you can hear. It's really crisp. It don't have any play in it, but the actual decorative piece on top is getting a little bit loose. So maybe something I have to look into getting fixed later on. And the one thing that I found out about this gun I didn't know about until I took it hunting, that I really kind of irks me as far as when you're hunting, is after you fire a round, this gun was just fired, and I have not attempted to break it down yet. And as you can tell, when you open up the gun, the spent shell is still sitting at level. It doesn't pop up, doesn't pop out, doesn't eject like most of your 410 shotguns, your old H&R or H&R shotguns, those types. It doesn't eject the shell. So whenever you're squirrel hunting, let's say if you get a bad shot the first time around, it really is a little bit clumsy, kind of fumble around to get that shell out, get the next shell in. So what I found out, always before you shoot, have your other shell in your hand between two fingers up there by the foregrip. That way, after you make a shot, you can take that one, pull it out, and get another one in, and have a fairly decently quick follow-up shot. But as far as that goes, that is the only downfall to this gun that I've seen. We went squirrel hunting. My buddy, he brought his regular, I want to say his was an H&H or H&R. I cannot remember the brand of it. But this gun weighs, I would say, a quarter of what that gun weighs. I mean, literally. This gun feels like you're holding a pencil compared to a paperweight with that shotgun. It breaks down relatively tight. That right there is the full breakdown of the gun. If you're wearing a turkey vest, which I like to wear when I'm squirrel hunting, you can tuck it in once you're done. Just say if you just want to take a break it down. It'll actually slide into the back of your turkey vest and hang out there perfectly. It doesn't stick out too far on each side, so you ain't got to worry. You can walk around with it. Don't have to worry to get hung in bushes. Fits perfect right there in the back. Still, it's really tight. No play in the gun whatsoever. Shake it, you can twist it. Nothing gives, nothing rattles, except for that right there. And another thing is, if you're not careful, whenever you're hunting and squirrel runs out or whatever runs out, your first inclination is to do this and miss and hit this first trigger instead of the second one. Would have liked a push button style brake on it, but that's just teaches me I need to be a little bit more calm in shooting in the hunt process. So that being said, this gun has done very well. I'm very impressed with it for the price. If I remember in the last video I told you, I believe it was around $130 is what I ended up paying for it. You can't beat that, and the wood on this thing is beautiful still, and it's held up. It's been out in some rain. I have not oiled this stock. I oiled down the barrel a little bit, put a little gun oil on the firing pin after hunting in it with the rain. Wiped it down real good. The finish on the barrel, the bluing, still seems to be holding up, even with beating it around a little bit in the truck and around the house, moving it in and out of the gun safe, dinging it a little bit here and there, running through briars and sticks. It's got one little mar on it right here on the barrel, but that's held up good. I see absolutely no rust on the outside of the barrel or the inside around the action breech. The trigger guard, all looks good. Still has a nice, really crisp trigger. But after about a year of having it, man, I really love this gun. In a couple weeks, turkey season is going to come up, so I'm going to be switching that off, and I'm going to try some number 4 loads and try to figure out which one shoots the best out of this gun at around 25 yards. And I plan to take a nice tom turkey with this gun this year. So with that being said, guys, it's a great gun. Highly recommend it. If you are wanting a good shotgun to start out a young child on, this gun, it does not have any recoil. And also, it's for a shotgun, it's very quiet. It's not going to ring your eardrums, especially if you use good ear protection. But in the woods, still, it does not ring your ears at all. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed the review of this gun, and hopefully I can film a hunt this year using it to take a tom turkey and maybe do a little bit of squirrel hunting with it. But guys, with that being said, God bless every one of you, and God bless America. Get out there and go hunting, guys. Have a good day.